My name's Cecelia Tallchief, and I'm from Fairfax. I grew up in the Gray Horse area. I graduated from the 8th grade at the little Gray Horse School. My family have been in farming and ranching, and this is how I grew up. I grew up in 4-H. My father was on the council. His name is John Tallchief, and he was on the council for 24 years. My brother, Charles Tallchief, was on the council. And then I served on the National Council for 3 years. I'm a nurse by profession, and I have worked in the private sector, been director of nursing at private hospitals. I've worked in Indian Health Service with ambulatory nurse manager. And then I've had the opportunity to work in traveling nurses. I went to the state of Washington, worked in a traveling nurse and worked on a reservation there. And then I worked over 5 years in New Mexico at the Santa Fe Indian Hospital and had the opportunity to work with the Pueblos around that area. The reason I decided to run for Congress is I've always been very interested in tribal government, have been for years. As I said, my father was on the council for 24 years, and my brother was there, and I served on the National Council. And the reason that I'm running is because I think we need a sense of direction. We have a constitution, and we also have a strategic plan. And I have yet to see where we are with the strategic plan. So without a plan and out of goals and objectives, we have no way to evaluate where we are. So I have no idea where we are. There are certain things in the Constitution that we are to take care of, and that is education and children and elder care. One of the things that I think that sets me apart from other candidates is the fact that I had an opportunity to serve 3 years on the National Council writing legislation. I have had the opportunity to work here for the nation. I was the first employee that had an office up on the hill, and it was down in the basement of the old BIA building. So I've had many, many years of experience in seeing the chronological evolution of our tribe. Some of the things that I see coming to the table are things that have already been done and tried, maybe not followed through on, but there's a lot of good ideas, there's a lot of stuff, but what I bring to the table is the community. In Fairfax, we have been having community meetings since last October, November, and it's called Osage Citizens for Good Government. And what it is that we have done is we have taken, we all had a little workshop on the Constitution and a little bit on the strategic plan, and then we prioritized some of the things that we felt like was very important. And to the Gray Horse and Fairfax community, probably the most important thing at this point is a grocery store and a restaurant. One of the most important things for me right now is elder care. I was on the board for the home health, Osage Home Health. I'm no longer on that, but however, I am now taking care of my 94-and-a-half-year-old father, who has to have care, and we're just delighted that we can take care of him. But when we have to have extra caregivers, it's quite expensive. When I was on the home health board, we did look into some assisted living and some long-term care. One of the congressmen at that time went out to Arizona with us to look. Nothing has been done to this point. And even though most of the formulation of where we're going to go comes from the executive branch, it still doesn't prevent the legislators to look at the plan and develop some legislation with some regulations in it to get it started to go where we're going.